They call it the Valley of Headless Men, a place so remote that even satellites seem reluctant to linger. Deep in Canada's Northwest Territories, there's a stretch of wilderness where maps stop being helpful and start becoming warnings. Since the gold rush, men have entered this valley and never returned whole. Some were found without supplies, some without explanations, some without their heads. Most people blame the terrain, others blame the animals. A few whisper about something else entirely. But Hugo doesn't whisper. Hugo was a realist. Guy was a daredevil. Paul was a planner. They'd known each other for 30 years, long enough to trust one another, and long enough to stop listening to warning signs. It was Guy's idea. One last extreme trip, he said. Paul was already packed before Guy finished the sentence. Hugo hesitated. He didn't believe in curses. He believed in bears and rivers and bad luck. He went anyway. Nahani wasn't empty. That was the first mistake. It was alive. Paul saw him first, a man on the riverbank. Still, watching, he wore a black suit, not outdoor gear, not survival clothing. A formal suit, sharp lines, dark fabric, completely wrong for the tundra. Guy joked about tourists. Paul squinted. Hugo felt something colder than fear. You don't wear a suit in the Valley of Headless Men, unless you're attending a funeral. That night they ate like kings, moose meat, wine, dessert pulled from a bag that shouldn't have been big enough. The midnight sun played its trick, convincing them that darkness couldn't reach this far north. Hugo slept first, a sleeping pill to quiet the wilderness. He dreamt of the river. He dreamt of something standing beneath its surface, transition to a sharp, tense tone. Then the scream, warped, layered, wrong. Paul was screaming. Guy was already fighting something Hugo couldn't see. Then Guy was gone, pulled backward into the dark. Then Paul. Hugo stepped outside. The Australians they'd met earlier sprinted past him, their voices cracking. Don't look at it! Don't look at the monster! It was standing near the fire, an impossibly thin shape, wearing the shapes of men. It wasn't just killing them, it was using them, like costumes, like bait. Hugo fired. The bullet hit its face. One eye hung wrong, and it smiled. Hugo followed the screams into the forest. Too late. The boys were dead, just like the stories. He saw a shape in the light and fired. A mistake that will follow him forever. The Australian girl looked up at him, weak, and whispered, It needs you to look at it. Don't look again. That's when Hugo understood. It couldn't take you unless you saw it. It needed your eyes, and it was close, right beside him. Hugo couldn't keep his eyes closed forever, so he chose something worse than death. Rescuers found him hours later, alone, alive, blind. He thought the darkness had saved him, but in his dreams, he can still see a shape beneath the water, a bowler hat breaking the surface. The creature is walking toward him, and Hugo is starting to realize You can't close your eyes in a dream.